the Latino voters, some which are Puerto Rico, some which are Mexican. A lot of them will tell you the reasons why they voted against him. But in the end, he's won the Electoral College vote. He's the president-elect of the United States, and that is what a lot of people will have to live with, at least for another 4 years, Chamberlain.
Well, interestingly, Sean, we've heard the U.S. president say yesterday that the presidency and the vice presidency is bigger than any one of them, and the same kind of cooperation that George Bush gave to him, he will ensure that Donald Trump also has that kind of cooperation. But you were in Wisconsin before you then moved on to Washington. Could you give us what kind of impression did you get from voters in Wisconsin before you moved on to Washington? Now, what kind of feelers do you also get there? Could you compare both?
Absolutely, Chamberlain. Wisconsin traditionally for several election cycles in the United States has been a blue state. It's interesting to see that those 10 electoral college votes went in the way of the Republican Party. Even in the days of the Bush, in the days of Bill Clinton, it's always blue. And one will wonder why Wisconsin, for example, a Midwestern state, has gone in the way of Donald Trump. A lot of people will wonder that it's a new narrative that has emerged. Donald Trump appealing to a lot of people who were reacting to the Obamacare policies. A lot of people who are reacting to the new sensibilities of jobs that are available and the jobs that are not available. Some people who want a change in the United States. These are some of the narratives that is happening in Wisconsin. I did not find any kind of protest. Wisconsin largely is a white-dominated environment, not as diverse as an international community like Washington, D.C., or New York or California or Los Angeles or Chicago, where you have a diverse people in the United States there. Wisconsin is more of a conservative environment where you find people just in a calm, looking so much like a rural, urban settlement where you find people just going about their businesses just as normal. So the reactions to this election wasn't as much rather than finding people at a coffee shop just discussing about this election, people just going about in their offices, discussing in buses, discussing about this election. But generally, the feeling is so different across the United States, and people are just coming to terms with what this might mean for America. A lot of the shock waves that you've seen on the stock exchange, things are reacting to it. War leaders are reacting to this. The United States president stands as an icon of the leader of world democracy. So it means a lot to the world. It means a lot to the United States, but the feelings are different from one place to the other. Don't forget, this is perhaps one of the most diverse nation of the world, and so the feelings will be different from one point to the other. Chamberlain.
All right, let me cross over to Abuja and bring Markwa in on this one. She's got a question for you, Sean.
Sean, what effect would you say that the speeches of President Donald Trump, President-elect, beg your pardon, Donald Trump, President Barack Obama, and Secretary Hillary Clinton, what effect did it have on the conversations and perhaps the mood? I mean, you've already talked about how mixed the mood is across the nation, but was there any other effect that you noticed after those speeches were given?
Margaret, absolutely. Those speeches are very instrumental. Don't forget, before this election, Donald Trump has said, look, if the process is rigged, the system is rigged. A lot of Donald Trump supporters have said, look, if this election goes in the other way, they will carry musket, they will react to it. If Donald Trump has said something otherwise, his supporters will actually reacted in like manner. If Barack Obama, the president of the United States presently, had said something otherwise, people might have reacted largely in that direction. But then because of those speeches, especially from the one we heard from Hillary Clinton, trying to tell our supporters that, look, wait a moment, this is the reaction of the people. This is what the people want, and so we've got to live with it. We've got to move forward. We've got to learn from this. if you have supported me, I appreciate your support, but we need to move forward from here. So the speech is largely the piece that we've seen today so far is a resultant effect of the kind of speeches that some of these leaders have given, and some of the pain that people could not bottle up is what they are knocking out on the street. You might not find as much of that during work hours, because a lot of people have to go to work, but after work hours, hundreds of people trooped into New York, for example, to the Trump Towers to protest against this election that gave Donald Trump the victory and is now the president-elect. So the speech is largely shown that America is a great nation, like everyone will agree, and the democracy of America is what everybody is looking forward to and looking at and monitoring closely. So if these people are giving speeches otherwise, it might be some sort of disappointment for some people. But in the end, a lot of people will say, look, it's a belief in the system. No matter what has happened, the system is well respected here. That's what I've seen. Malcolm.
All right, Sean, just hang on a minute. We need to go to break now, but we will be back and get some more words from you in just a moment. Do join us again.